Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into some really timeless guidance.
We're looking at Proverbs chapter 3.
Right. The plan is to really unpack its core ideas and see, what relevance they might hold for you today.
It's a rich chapter. It really starts strong, doesn't it? With this call to remember teachings, keep commands.
Deep in your heart, it says, not just intellectually.
Exactly. And it connects that immediately to, well, tangible benefits.
Yeah, like prolonged life and prosperity. That's quite a promise right off the bat. Why start there, do you think?
Well, it makes it very practical, doesn't it? It's saying, listen up, this matters in your actual life. Then it pivots quickly to what to hold on to.
Love and faithfulness.
And the imagery is so strong. Bind them around your neck, write them on your heart, like something you actively wear. You
Bind them around your neck. Yeah, that's very deliberate. Visible, almost. And the outcome. Favor, a good name.
Yeah.
With God and people.
It links inner virtue directly to outer standing. And then, bang, verse 5, the absolute core.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
And lean not on your own understanding. That contrast is everything. It's the hinge of the whole chapter, really.
All your heart, not just some of it. And don't lean on your own understanding. So how? How do you actually do that?
The next verse gives the action, in all your ways acknowledge him. It's this constant conscious turning towards divine guidance.
In all ways. Big decisions, small ones.
Yeah.
Everything.
Seems to be the idea, and the promise connected to that is he will make your paths straight, which sounds pretty good.
It certainly does. Yeah. The alternative presented is being wise in your own eyes.
Right, relying just on yourself. The text says, instead, fear the Lord, shun evil.
And interestingly, that's linked to physical health. Health to your body, nourishment to your bones.
It's fascinating, that connection, mind, spirit, body, all intertwined. And that practicality carries through to, well, stuff.
Yeah.
Resources.
Yes, honoring the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits. What does that entail exactly?
First fruits is like the very first and best part of your income or harvest. It's about giving back first out of trust before you know the final total.
So an act of faith in itself.
Absolutely. And the promise mirrors it. Overflowing barns, vats brimming, generosity and trust leading to abundance.
The chapter also brings up discipline. Not despising it. Why embrace correction? That feels counterintuitive sometimes.
It does, but the text reframes it. It's not punishment for punishment's sake, but loving correction, like a father guiding a child he loves.
Okay, so seeing it as refining, not just punitive.
Precisely. But then the chapter takes a really deep dive into wisdom itself. Finding wisdom, gaining understanding. It calls that person blessed.
And it ranks wisdom incredibly highly, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. More profitable than silver. Better return than gold, more precious than rubies.
Wow. Nothing you desire can compare with her. That's quite the statement, especially in, any culture focused on material gain.
It's radical. It asks you to reevaluate what true value is.
So what does wisdom offer that, say, rubies don't?
The text lists its gifts. Long life, riches, honor, and notice some overlap with material things, but maybe achieved differently and then pleasant ways. Peace.
Pleasant ways and peace. Those feel less tangible, but maybe more profound.
Exactly. It even calls wisdom a tree of life. That's powerful imagery, suggesting vitality, flourishing. It even hints wisdom was there at creation.
Underscoring its fundamental nature. Okay, so bringing this home, how do these ancient words apply now? It talks about preserving sound judgment, discernment.
And these aren't just abstract concepts. The text says they are life for you. An ornament. They lead to practical safety. You walk securely, you don't stumble, you sleep soundly.
Without fear, it says, even of sudden disaster.
Right, because your confidence isn't ultimately in your circumstances, but in the Lord. He keeps your foot from being snared.
Then there's a shift, a very practical turn towards how we treat others, our neighbors.
Yes, really specific instructions. Don't withhold good when you can help. Don't delay help unnecessarily.
Don't plot harm against someone trusting you. Don't accuse without reason. Basic rules for decent community living, flowing from that wisdom.
Absolutely. And a warning, don't envy violent people or choose their ways.
Because the Lord detests the perverse.
But takes the upright into his confidence. It frames your actions as directly impacting that divine relationship.
It ends with this stark contrast in outcomes, doesn't it?
Very clear. Curse versus blessing. Mockery versus grace. Shame versus honor, depending on whether one follows the path of wickedness or wisdom.
So Proverbs 3 really lays out a pathway, grounded in trust, guided by wisdom, lived out in practical righteousness. It's both deeply spiritual and incredibly down to earth.
It truly is. It argues that this wisdom isn't just nice to have, it's essential for a secure, peaceful, flourishing life, a value that outweighs anything material.
So given how highly this text values wisdom and trust,
Mhm.
maybe something for you to think about is, what's one small practical step you could take, even today, to actively seek or apply that kind of wisdom in your own life? Just a thought to leave you with. Thanks for joining this deep dive.